Okay, hello. This is Sunko, the Korean bro. Uh, Today is 2022 August 18, and let's look at stock market tonight. Okay. So let's pick some articles. Marketbeat.com. Um, okay, what articles do we have tonight? U.S. to hold trade talks with Taiwan Island drills military. Okay, which semiconductor stocks are ready for big price moves? Gas powered muscle cars driving to the sunset turn electric. Fewer Americans filed for jobless benefit last week. Okay. And global stocks lower after Fed says US inflation too high. Hmm. Mm, and okay. Ukraine's Zelensky hosts talks with UN chief Turkey leader. Why blue chip tech like Cisco system is rebounding. Okay. Um, Target stock after earnings miss. What's next? Why Micron stock could be about to break out. Okay. Trump's CFO's plea deal could make him a prosecution witness. Miners advance in earnings despite broader economic challenges. Okay, here's a simple four stocks portfolio. They can outperform the market. Okay, why blue chip tech like Cisco system is rebounding. Um, Low stands out amid quarter second retail reports. Okay, can you guess which EV stock is beating Tesla? Okay, three stocks set to lead the Nasdaq bull market. So okay, now that I picked some of the articles, let's read it over and see what information we can get. Okay. Okay. U.S. to hold trade talks with Taiwan Island drills military. The U.S. government will hold trade talks with Taiwan in a sign of support for the island democracy. Mm. The China claims as its own territory. The U.S. government will hold trade talks with Taiwan in a sign of support for the island democracy. Uh, the China claims as its own territory. What? So U.S. officially states that they're going to support Taiwan um, for democracy, and China uh, argues that and now that China argues that Taiwan is their territory, which is total nonsense, right? Okay, prompting Beijing to warn Thursday it will take action if necessary to safeguard its sovereignty. Hmm. The announcement of trade talks comes after Beijing fired missile into the sea to intimidate Taiwan. So there's a obviously conflict between Beijing and Taiwan, and U.S. is in the middle, and they're like supporting Taiwan, right? Okay, Taiwan after U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi this month became the highest-ranking American official to visit the island in 25 years. Okay, Chinese President Xi Jinping's government criticized the planned talks as a violation uh, of its stance that Taiwan has no right to foreign relations. It warned Washington not to encourage the island to try to make its de facto independence permanent, which that Beijing says will lead to war. And China is like really pissed off, saying this step should have never been taken, right? China firmly opposed. The Ministry of Commerce spokesperson Xu Zhiting said she called on Washington to fully respect China's core interests. On Thursday, Taiwan's military held a drill with the missiles and cannons, simulating a response to Chinese missile attack. So China is doing something, right? Doing something to tell Beijing that they're going to take action if they do something, fearful. Okay, so mm, it's also important because if I know how thing goes in uh worldwide, then I'd get to know mm, about the fact that it can possibly affect economy as well. So, right, right, okay. And next one, which semiconductor stocks are ready for a big crash move? Has taken a leadership role within its industry lately. Okay, on semiconductor. Has taken a leadership role within its industry lately as the stock notched gains of 26.11 in the past month and 28.21% in the past 3 months. Other large cap chip companies such as Nvidia and advanced micro devices have shown fundamental strength lately, but it hasn't been matched in terms of price appreciation. On a rally to a new high of $72 Monday, before retreating slightly on Tuesday and pulling back in tandem with the broader market Wednesday. Year to date on is up 4%. It doesn't sound like much ordinarily, but you know, year where the S&P 500 is down 9% and the S&P tech sector is down 13%, it's quite an accomplishment. Hmm. There's definitely some disparity between orange gains and broad index performance. Although the current trend is up, recent index returns are as follows. Hmm. Ready to pull back. Nvidia's lowered forecast. AMD rated moderate buy. Advanced micro device. Let's look at advanced micro device. $98. Okay. These are like the ones that I've been looking at continuously, so I'm not really surprised uh, that they list this company as the one that's going to have big price moves. So we'll go to next one. Gas powered muscle cars drive into the sunset, turns electric. Okay, now I know what this is. This article pretty much talks about how we we are going to have electric cars. Uh, how we are going to have electric cars, not gas powered muscle cars. Okay, thundering gas powered muscle cars. For decades, a fixture of American culture will be closing in on their final Saturday night cruises in the coming years as automakers begin replacing them with super fast cars that run on batteries. Okay. Stellantis Dodge brand, long the performance flag bearer of the company formerly known as Fiat Chrysler, is officially moving toward electricity. On Wednesday night, Dodge unveiled the battery-powered Charge Daytona SRT concept car, which is close to one that will be produced in 2024 as it sunsets on some petroleum models. Stellantis says it will start making gasoline versions of the Dodge Challenger and Charger emission cars and the Chrysler 300 large car by the end of next year. The Canadian factory that makes them will be converted to electric vehicles. Other automakers are moving or have moved in the same direction. Okay, General Motors has said it will build an all-electric Chevrolet Corvette. Tesla says its Model S Plaid version is the fastest production vehicle made, able to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 2 seconds. So it's but this article pretty much talks about how everything will be turned into electric. So fewer Americans filed for jobless benefits last week. Okay, slightly fewer Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week as the labor market continues to stand out as one of the strongest segments of the U.S. economy. Slightly fewer Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week. So not so many Americans filed for unemployment. Okay. As the labor market continues to stand out as one of the strongest segments of the U.S. economy. Applications for jobless aid for the week ending August 13 fell by 2,000 to 250,000. The Labor Department reported Thursday last week's number, which raised some eyebrows, was revised down by 10,000. The 4-week average for claims, which evens out some of the week-to-week volatility, fell by 2,750. The number of Americans collecting traditional employment benefits increased by 7,000 the week that ended August 6 to 1.43 million. That's the most since early April. So, a couple of months ago, people filed for employment increased a couple of months ago, but now the past week it's decreasing. It signals something. Right. Fewer Americans filed for jobless benefits last week, and global stocks lower after Fed says U.S. inflation too high. Okay. Global stock markets and Wall Street futures mostly declined Thursday after the Federal Reserve and said U.S. inflation is too high despite aggressive rate hikes. If inflation is too high, then what is it? It's hard for you to get loans because 금리 is reflected on it. So, and if inflation is too high, that means it's hard to get to some level. Okay, let's keep reading this and let's at least try to get let's at least try to grasp the meaning of this article. Okay, despite aggressive rate hikes, suggesting support for more increases. London, Shanghai, Tokyo, and Hong Kong declined. Frankfurt opened higher. All prices edged up. Notes released Wednesday from the Fed's July 26, 27 board meeting said inflation is unacceptable high, despite signs U.S. economic growth is weakening. Okay. Why blue chip tech like Cisco system is rebounding. When it comes to the tech world, there's established blue chip tech, and then there is an experimental tech in Cisco systems, as established as a company can be. The company manufactures, markets, and services IP-based networking, routing, and infrastructure components used by the communications and information technology industries, which means that everybody on the internet is relying on Cisco systems because it is fundamental to today's connected world. With 5G markets ramping, connectivity spreading, and penetrating society deeper than ever, it is no wonder that this company just reported a blowout report. Is part and parcel of why the stock is rebounding. Steady Cisco Systems outperforms the consensus. Cisco Systems results weren't a blowout, but they prove the underlying strength of the business and the impact of an ongoing shift in focus. The company has been working hard to transform itself from a components pure play into a blend of products and services, and the move is not only boosting growth but reducing volatility in the quarter to quarter business. The transformation resulted in a $13.1 billion in the net revenue for the fourth quarter, which is down minus 0.2% year over year, but $0.320 is a high yielding value. Okay, let's look at Cisco Systems. Hmm. High yielding value. Technical outlook. The price action in Cisco Systems corrected to support earlier this year. Pops on outlook and results. Price action in Cisco Systems corrected to support earlier this year on fears of a slowdown that is not materializing. The news has shares moving up off of a bottom and above an important technical level. This suggests even higher prices are to come. The level is a 150-day moving average near $48 level. They should provide support. Now the price action is moving higher. If not, shares of Cisco Systems could fall back to retest support before they move higher. While Micron stock could be about to break out, it's been a roller coaster of a summer for Micron investors who've had to watch their shares fall by 30% and then rally 30% in the past 2 months alone. But there are signs that the worst of the volatility might now be behind them. This will be a welcome turn of events for all but the bears. As 2022 has been a year to forget for the most part, a combination of supply chain issues and soaring inflation have acted as major headwinds for industry. It was among the better performing in 2021. But having put in what's looking more and more like a low at around $50 last month, the shares are getting into a solid motion of setting higher highs and higher lows. And just last week, the team over at Citi came out with a bullish update. They noted the company has shown the three signs of a classic bottom. They have lowered its capex spending. Shares are trading near trough valuation. Most of its downside is already in the consensus estimates. Cautiously bullish. Getting involved. Huh. Okay, let's look at price of what is it? Micron? Micron stock, Micron technology. Miners advanced on earnings despite broader economic challenges. Metal miner Rio Tinto is up 7% since reporting first half earnings in late July. Earnings declined 29%, while revenue dropped 10%. Although that was actually an earnings beat, the company also slashed its dividend. In response to lower iron ore price and reduced orders from China, its largest customer. Um, okay. In addition, Rio Tinto cited difficulty finding workers, along with supply chain challenges and inflation, as reasons for its smaller dividend. The earnings decline was due to lower sale prices for iron ore, while the company was able to fetch higher prices for aluminum and minerals. Higher operating costs offset those increases. Despite mixed signals regarding the health of the company and the mining industry as a whole, analysts are maintaining a hold rating on the stock. Okay, there are complete different views on the company name, the Rio Tinto. Uh, now that experts are having position hold, have a position hold, because there's been a lower sales of iron ore, and even if it had a lower sales, the company was able to fetch higher prices for aluminum and minerals, so it evens out. Um, Here's a simple four stock portfolio. They can outperform the market. Okay, let's see. Nvidia, world's leading graphic processor unit maker. Their chips are primarily used for gaming and data center applications. They make high-end GPUs that are used in higher-end gaming PCs as well as cryptocurrency mining rigs. Their chips are also used in data centers and artificial intelligence applications. The company recently cut their revenue forecast dramatically for a quarter second. Um, Weakened consumer sentiment is impacting the gaming segment while supply chain disruptions are impacting the data center business. Nvidia, Costco, warehouse clubs, consumer, Abbott, lifecycle medical health kit, pure storage, data warehousing, data storage. So let's look at pure storage. Pure storage and Abbott. Abbott. Abbott Laboratories. Hmm, its price is too high. Wait, what about storage? Pure storage. Okay. Lowest standout on amid a quarter second retail reports. Quarter second results may look weaker than Home Depot's at first glance, but there is a meaningful difference in the guidance. Where Home Depot's outlook was improved, it is only in line with the consensus and project awakening in the second half. Lowe's was a much stronger. Hmm. Lowe's reduced its guidance for revenue, but raised its outlook for earnings, and both figures are above the consensus estimate with inventory positions in much better shape as well. The takeaway is that not all is lost in retail, and Lowe's looks like a winner. So the point is, they're a winner. Oh, it may look like they are losing. They are but if you look at it carefully, they're actually or they are winner. The only caveat is that general weakness in the retail sector could cap gains in the short to midterm. Okay. Three stocks that lead the Nasdaq bull market: Apple, Amazon, Tesla. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, they're leading the market. I know it's really expensive. Amazon, and what do we have? Apple. Hmm. Can you guess which EV stock is beating Tesla? Neo. I already got that. Okay, that's enough of a market beat. Let's go over to Yahoo Finance. Hmm. Let's look for something interesting. Nothing has interested me yet. U.S. weekly jobless claims fall to 250,000, less than expected. Three reasons to buy Walmart stock, according to Goldman. Stock future flat as retail remains in focus. Bear market rally or a new bull run. Hmm. Airlines it's too small. The FAA may soon change that. In intergenerational wealth, that's common for women. Falling gas prices might be a sign for inflation strategists. Okay, let's read these first. Three reasons to buy Walmart studies by canned tuna trend according to Goldman. So Goldman recommends recommends that you buy Walmart, right? The outlook for Walmart's crucial. Back to school and holiday shopping seasons still remains fall. From certain as more shoppers buy canned tuna and chicken and even beans instead of daily needs amid eye-popping inflation. That isn't shaking Goldman Sachs from its bullish rating on shares of the world's largest retailer in the wake of Walmart's mixed second quarter earlier this week. In a new notes to clients, Goldman retail analyst Kate reiterated by reiterated by our buy rating for Walmart given strong top line trends along with market share gains, moderating markdown pressure expected from here supported by an improved inventory position, which has been the recent overhang on stock. The long-term algorithm remains intact. Making a case for a bear market rally, not a new bull run. Morning brief. Today's newsletter. Okay, after nearly 25% rally of the June lows, the Nasdaq Composite took a step back Wednesday with its worst day in nearly 3 weeks, making the case for a bear market rally. And while it's too soon to throw in the towel on this 2 month rally, there's a growing course of Wall Street strategists warning stocks have come too far, too fast, and are due for a pullback. There's a soon to throw in the towel on this 2 monthly rally. There's a growing course of Wall Street strategists warning stocks have come too far, too fast. Woman's okay. It looks like an interesting article. Woman less likely to receive intergenerational wealth transfer than men. Study says less likely to receive intergenerational wealth transfer than men. Okay, and if women were expecting inheritance and gifts to help ease financial burdens, there's a plot twist. Things don't look good for the state of women's financial well-being into retirement, especially considering that women live longer than men. A recent FINRA Foundation National Financial Capability Study found that women are less likely than men to get intergenerational wealth transfer of inheritances and gifts during their lifetime. The FINRA study looked at wealth transfer and inter vivos gifts $10,000 or more. These gifts included those from parents or grandparents to pay for expenses like college tuition or wedding. These gifts included those from parents or grandparents to pay for expenses like college tuition or wedding. Even though women are more likely to have college degree than men, it doesn't necessarily translate into assets. At least Salka, senior vice president, had research at Limna told Yale Monday, women control less wealth and assets than men and are more likely to take time off from work due to having children and caregiving. Limiting promotion opportunities. Okay. So women, even if women go to college and study a lot more, they're less likely to gain wealth because they take their time off for their family, uh, to have children and caregiving. Men were more likely to benefit from the financial security associated with intergenerational wealth transfer than women, even if the wealth transfer hadn't taken place yet. The Finland study showed that 67% of those who received or expected to receive an inheritance were able to make ends meet each month compared to 48% of those not expecting an inheritance. Okay. Anyway, next, falling gas prices might be a sign of what's next with inflation strategists. Gas prices are continuing to steadily decline after hitting a record high earlier this year. And one strategist, it's not only a Korea trend, it's also a worldwide trend I see. Because I drive my car every week, and I noticed that a week or 2 weeks ago, the price of gas was like this high, but then now that it went all the way up to like 2,201, and now it went all the way down to 1,700, and like it's a big gap in between, right? Drastic change has happened recently. Anyway, earlier this year, one strategist optimistic it's a sign of things to come on the inflation front. You gotta start somewhere. Chief investment strategy analyst said on Yahoo Finance Live, energy is such an important input in a variety of intermediate and final goods. So I think the fact that we're starting to see energy prices are calm down, there might be a sign of what's more to come for other inflation indicators. So the signal that the price of gas goes down, it signals something. It's what author says. Far from highs. As of August 17, the average national gas price at $3. According to AAA, earlier this summer, it was more than $5 a gallon, indicating that inflation may be starting to show signs of cooling. Okay, let's pick new articles. Okay, Warren Buffett finally throws in the towel on four lousy stocks. Billionaire Steve Cohen pulls trigger on these two high-yield dividend stocks. The investor made a $110 million from trading Bed Bath and Beyond, and he's a 20-year-old student. Wow! It's an interesting article. China's biggest Wall Street bull just liquidated his Alibaba stake. Okay. Vanguard says bonds can earn you big bucks. What you need to know. Too strong buy stocks, Goldman Sachs trade will surge over 40%. Too strong buy penny stocks with over 300% upside on the horizon. Top stocks to buy and watch. Bridgewater, world's largest hedge fund, sold $1 billion in Chinese stocks. Coinbase, here's why Kathy Wood dumped it. Coinbase stock. CrowdStrike hits 80 plus relative strength rating benchmark. Warren Buffett stocks. Top dividend stocks. Three big reasons why 2022 recession would be like no other in history. Nvidia's problems aren't over. Expect another sales warning soon. Okay, let's read that interesting article first, and we'll go to the next one. Okay. Hmm. Okay, this one. The investor made $110 million from trading Bad Bath and Beyond, and he's a 20-year-old student. Okay. Oh, come on! I cannot read it unless I subscribe it. Come on. Bullshit. Too bad. Okay. Highwood Properties. Okay. What do we have tonight? Billionaire Steve Cohen pulls trigger on these two high dividend stocks. We'll start with an unsurprising member of the high dividend club, Highwoods Properties. This company is a real estate investment trust REIT based in Raleigh, North Carolina, holds a portfolio of properties in the best business districts of rising urban areas across the Sun Belt: Atlanta, Charlotte, Nashville, Orlando, Raleigh, Richmond, and Tampa. Okay, it's so REITs, right? REITs. Uh, they earn money by investing in property, and this company mainly deals with urban area. Mm. What do we have? Joy. For a second, when people turn to Chinese digital market, a famous complex language and an authoritarian government have combined to keep China's digital world isolated from the West. But the country has an urban population of 800 million, a total population of 1.4 billion, and there's a population of connected internet users of more than 1 billion. By scale alone, the Chinese internet scene is worth a second look from investors. Hmm. It's they got a lot of people, right? They got a lot of people, so it's worth a look, right? Within that internet scene, Joy is a major social media company operating multiple brands that act to connect users through a video formats. The company's brand include the live streaming Bigo Live, the short form video provider Likey, and the multiplayer social game networking platform Hago. Okay, Vanguard says bonds can earn you big bucks. What you need to know. Okay. Warren Buffett finally throws in the towel on four lows. Warren Buffett likes to say his favorite holding period for an S&P 500 stock is forever. Hmm. But that's definitely not the case as he unloads some of his worst stocks. Sold off a list portion of its four worst performers this year: Verizon, Store Capital, General Motors, and U.S. Bank Corp. That's according to an investor's business daily analysis of data from S&P Global Market Intelligence and Market Smith. Berkshire Hathaway retains the portion of stocks, but now all the positions are below 10% of the company shares outstanding. Too strong by stocks. Goldman Sachs predicts will soldier over 30%. Donna Trace. Let's look at this, okay? We'll start in the world of cloud infrastructure. Dina, leader in IT observability. Donna Trace. The ability to assess systems present state according to the data it generates. such as metrics, logs, and traces. Observability is considered an essential component. Managing a successful company these days in the cloud monitoring market is expected to grow significantly over the next few years. This is no surprise as enterprises are migrating at ever growing numbers to the more efficient environment of the cloud, making infrastructure software easier to sell. The company boasts a list of big clients, which includes Kroger, SAP, Carnival, and Expert, amongst many others. Uh, that there's strong demand for Dynatrace's cloud and application monitoring platform was out in its last quarter report. So I get that they do collect logs. They use that collected data into something valuable. Uh, right? Dynatrace. Datadog. Okay, Datadog is a good one. Datadog. EDOG. Hmm. The second government peak we'll look at here is Datadog, which also operates in the cloud services observability space. Datadog offers customers the tools needed to monitor, track, and secure their cloud-based platforms and apps in real time. Um, the tools needed to monitor, track, and secure their cloud-based platforms and apps in real time. Datadog's tools include automation, monitoring and instrumentation, source control, and bug tracking, and troubleshooting and optimization. The Datadog platform also allows customers to seamlessly navigate through logs, metrics, and traces to get the best use of the collected data for proactive management. All of that may sound like a mouthful, and it's really just small taste of what Datadog does. But one thing is clear: this is a service that is essential in today's increasingly digitalized work environment. This can be seen from the company's revenues and earnings over the past couple of years, which mostly show a consistent pattern of sequential quarterly gains. The trend was on display when Datadog released its quarter second 22 earnings earlier this month. Revenue saw 74% year over year growth. Datadog, yeah, it's one that I have to keep looking at because what they do is related to what I do. So too strong by penny stocks with over 300% upside on the horizon. Medicana Therapeutics, biology company, and what else do we have? Pharmaceuticals, and what else? Next, not my interest. Bridgewater, next. Coinbase. Here's why Kathy Wood dump it. Why Kathy Wood dumped Coinbase? Shares of let's look at this in detail because it's interesting because Kathy Wood was like the person who kept saying you have to invest in coin. She says like coin its value will increase, so you better put your money into it. Shares of popular crypto exchange platform Coinbase have been under an observed amount of selling pressure over the past year, taking 75% from peak to trough. The negative momentum has been unforgiving to even the boldest of investors. Innovation investor Kathy Wood recently announced that she had thrown the towel over the reported SEC probe. Undoubtedly, the SEC securities warning is more salt poured into the wounds of Coinbase's already ailing shareholders. Warning is more salt poured into the wounds of Coinbase's already ailing shareholders. With Kathy Wood likely selling her stake at a considerable loss, many investors likely find themselves in a bit of a predicament. In any case, Coinbase stock has already injured far more damage than most established cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin. Indeed, the amplified volatility versus various crypto assets was a surprise to some. Few could have seen the SEC hailstorm that made headlines just over a week ago. With the so-called crypto winter likely to take hold as their speculative appetite fades, the case for taking a bit of profit off the table after recent relief rally is strong. It's difficult to value. pressure mounts for Coinbase stock after early second quarter. Coinbase stock gets lift from meme stock traders. Moderate buy consensus rating. 7 holds, 10 buys, 2 sells. 3 reasons why 2022 recession will be like no other in history. Okay, let's see. No two recessions are alike, but the potential recession in 2022 is looking like the most unique one we've ever seen. Some traditional signs of an economic slowdown are already upon us. US GDP has shrunk for 2 quarters in a row, the textbook definition of a technical recession. Meanwhile, home building activity has plummeted, while consumer confidence is at its lowest point since the pandemic erupted. However, President Joe Biden said on Thursday that the nation remains on the right path. Here are 3 big reasons why the upcoming recession is different. It's robust, companies are cash rich, rates are rising. Okay, this is it for today. Because I'm a bit tired and I gotta take pee. So this is it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Oh, hi, Mom. I was just about to end YouTube live because I'm like really I gotta take a piece. And like I got a bit bored. I've been reading too many articles and like I've had enough. Not a single interesting article is there on the website. So come with me. Okay, I'll come with you. Anyway, this is it for today. Okay, darling. Okay, this is it for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Okay. Okay, see ya. Bye bye.